Hi, I'm Notyetdead, and welcome to Washoe Nevada. So, yeah, if you've been watching either of the two time lapses that I put out recently, you know, I decided that I'd reboot the Washoe series and just do something a little bit different. Well, not different really. Even that, I had this idea when the Plasmasover map came out. Just need to find the fuel thing. Right, here it is. That I'd have a map that was just me having fun, doing all sorts of cheaty things. You know, not realistic, just playing the game, having fun however I wanted, putting loads of money in, all that kind of stuff. Don't tell me that's full. That's full? Really? Sorry, slight distraction. Right, so I'll need a new diesel tank then. It only takes 4,000 litres. I suppose to be fair, that is quite a lot. Fine. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll take a trip down to the quarry. It's a really good price unusually. Price is better at the quarry than it is at Area 53. Oh, there's a bit of landscaping to do. But yeah, so yep, I had this plan on Plasmasover and I did it and I started it and I enjoyed it, but that sort of spawned two separate series now. So I noticed that when I was given completely free rein to buy equipment, I decided I'd start off with small equipment, which on Plasmasover was a bit daft because a lot of the fields are quite big. And so that spawned the Agrartechnik series. When that map came out, I thought that's perfect for small machinery. It's European, so it fits with that. Most of the small machinery we've got is European, so it made sense. And I was trying to do Washoe as well, and I just thought I can't do all four. There's no way I can do all four. So I thought I'd combine the Plasmasover on Washoe maps. And Washoe is now is now my fun map. So I've restarted it. I was having problems with the yard anyway, having started it on Farm Manager. The space where the house was, I couldn't put a house. So, and I quite like the fact it had all the pages and stuff around it. So I figured we'd start again. Put a load of money in, start with a new farmer so that I had the original house anyway, in its right place. Sold pretty much everything else. I've still got a little bit of starting equipment, but eventually that will go too. And yeah, so here we are. So we'll have a quick look around the yard in a minute. So the diesel place, there it is. Ooh, that's a rock. Or something solid. I'm going to run this one on times 5, I think. I left the economy on normal? No, probably should really. Given the amount of money I've put in. But, that's right, that's not what this is about. This is not at all about realism. That's what Peterville's for. And to an extent Agrartechnik. I'm not overly worried about Agrartechnik being realistic, but I'm kind of, it's my default farming way as I try and play the game realistic, so a lot of what I'm going to do on here is probably going to grate against my natural instincts to farming, but still. Another immediate use for this, I'm going to leave that there. What did I need next? Actually, you know what? I'll take this. That makes sense. At the door. Wowzers. 96,000 income. Grief. As you can see, I started with more money than I intended. While I was doing the fill creation up near the cow shed, I got a bit embedded, and every time I thought I'll get on and just ended up forgetting completely. So yeah, I ended up with about $7.5 million, which was, yeah, more than I was planning, but again, it doesn't really matter. I'll just buy some more fields or something. I haven't gone nuts on field purchasing at the moment, but I have got some ideas actually. We'll do some contracts or something. Yeah, we'll do some contracts. I'll have a look in a minute. We'll pick a contract. I need some hay or some hay. I need some wheat or barley so we can get chickens quickly, get those started. Big plan for this map. I now have my chicken production and pig production, so they call them trophies. I now therefore need, oh, where am I going, you idiot? I'm talking too much, I'm not concentrating. I was just thinking, why am I driving down here with another truck? I need to drive down here with a trailer. Anyway, sorry. Start again. So yes, I've got my chicken and my pig production trophies. I want to get my cow and sheep production trophies. And so between what I do on here and what I do elsewhere, hopefully that will be achievable in short order. And also one or two different sites. One of the if it's fertilizing or harvesting or cultivating or something, grow 100 acres, I need that one too. And that's fine, that will eventually happen, right? But yeah, so I thought we'd go for that, which does mean unfortunately that I'm going to be doing cows and sheep on this one and cows and sheep on Oberkrabak, but in a very, very different way. I will do pigs and chickens on here, just not focus on them so much, not worry about size and all that. I don't know why I've got that little bit to cover, I might change that. Actually no, I do know, because when I was buying it in the store I'd forgotten it was a fifth wheel trailer, and I thought it's fine, I'll just put a case tractor. I'll get it with a case coloured cover, and of course I'm never going to pull it with a case tractor unless I get a dolly, which seems like I've got 2 trucks, which seems a bit pointless. So I bought 2 trucks. This is the Lizard Hulk. It's not white and green, but it does go quite well. And I bought the SX51 Heavy, or whatever it's called, as well, because I do love that truck, even if it is a pain in the neck to turn around sometimes. So we will nip along here. If you recall from my very first look at this map, I've been watching, I forget whose first look it was I watched now, I mentioned it on there, someone anyway. And there is freely available lime at the quarry, it's a lime quarry obviously. So I brought down, as I said I would do eventually, I never got around to it on my other one, but I thought I'd just get on with it this time. I brought down the Filltrigger conveyor, so hopefully this will work. There we go. This is the new, I'll just go through what I bought actually, it's the quickest way to do it here. This is the new Optiliner. I forget what it was previously called, Opti something or other. This is the big one, 79,000 litres. So let's hope we have capacity for 79,000 litres of lime. And of course, I should switch the engine off. You know, I can't remember how you get this thing going. Let's have a look. Oh, L3. Like you would anything else. I'm guessing that's probably going to take a wee while actually. We don't necessarily need to fill it. Do I know how much lime capacity I have? We don't, do we? Hopefully it's more than 4,000 litres. 80,000. Yes. Okay, fine. Why is it? Why does it keep stopping? I thought the whole point of this thing was you do it and it just keeps going. That's weird. You shouldn't need to do that. That's odd. Oh well, in that case I definitely won't fill it because we'll be here all day. Now that's looking better. For some reason you have to sort of get it going and then get it going again. No, it looks fine. So I think I really want to fill it anyway. Until you get through a lot of lime, so... Yep, much better. Okay. Sure. Where were we? Garage. So yeah, I bought some fun stuff. So the Puma 240 CVX tuned. I'll put all the details of all of this in the description, all the modders and etc. But this one's just an update, which is kind of fun. I haven't taken advantage of yet. That's a lovely tractor. I've still got the Case 7230 Pro, the in-game one that that you start with on the map. How we've slots? Ooh, lots. Good. As you saw if you watched the second of the 2 time-lapse videos I did for setting up, I've got the John Deere 8370 RT tracked. As I said, I've just got the Lizard SX51 Heavy, whatever it's called, but the Coyote version, the Lizard Hulk truck in-game, the Lizard T-Rex again if you saw the second of the 2 time-lapses, the Pickup 2014 again, the Idealiner 133. I bought the Pace Setter and the Pace Setter Super B and did what I did last time, so I've got that was as was. So I've got the bigger capacity 60,000 litre on with the, twinned with the 30,000 of the front bit for the Super B. The TKD 302 you start with 20,000, so I'll need to go and fill that up with seed. The Agromass Selvis you also start with. Actually that's quite good, so I've got a seeder, although it's only good for small fields. But I bought a planter because I'm going to put some cotton in straight off the bat. I think that's still down at the store actually. I've got the Amazon modded lime spreader. I actually quite like that, and it's just a bit different. The 5th wheel trailer you saw in the last episode, and of course the Filltrigger conveyor that we're currently using. The modded Lizard tanker. I think I only got one of those in the end. I was thinking about getting 2. But that's the one that comes with the map. You can put anything in it. The large cow pasture that I've put up up on the flat bit, that is came out a few weeks ago now. Modded pigsty, modded sheepfold, modded henhouse, and the placeable steel silo that just came out last week. So I sold all the crops that were in the original silo that was on the map and put that in. Lighty bunk silo, the roof green hall, crop storage building, and the pig food shop, just so I can buy pig food for the pigs. A heating plant, so we can do wood chips. I haven't done that before. So, and the washing station that we had on Christmas Over, and of course the toolbox, because it's still the easiest to place and probably one of the best ones. And the old barn that was here originally, just because I love that barn. And you know what? I've got the space right now. I've left it. And the original farmhouse. That is what we got. And while I've been chatting, it's full. So let's go. I'll come back and pick up the other truck later. But what I'll do with the other truck is we'll come move it at some point. We'll fill it up with water. As I said, we're not going for realism here, so I'm not going to worry about cross-contamination. Which is why I say I wondered about buying 2 of those tankers, but in the end thought I may yet do. Got one for, you know, dirty things like fuel and herbicide and fertilizer, and one for less dirty things like water and milk, you know. But for right now, I shan't worry about it. already those two massive sheds that I've got are going to start to look pretty full. I do love this map. It'd be good to really do it, get on with it pig style. It's kind of the point. So we've got just under our 80,000 litres in here, 79,000. Now the biggest trailer in game, apart from of course the Whoa and Can Tip. Probably going to be better pulling this with the other truck. But there's only one really steep hill, so it should be alright. So we'll get this going. Well, it's tiny nice seed. What we'll do is we'll get farming. So obviously I've just cut 2 new fields, so they'll both need lime. I'm still going to do all the processes even though I'm going to do it cheat. Even though I've limits, I've still left liming and ploughing and all that sort of stuff, all that good stuff. It's all on. Crop destruction probably is on. If it starts to become a nuisance in some of the fields, I'll switch it off, but there's no, they're all good open fields, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. Now then, where does the line go? Wowzers, brakes, brakes, brakes. Wowzers, it didn't want to stop. I was going to go any other way, but it just wasn't going to stop. Very heavy trailer. Bear that in mind. No, I don't remember. It feels very... That literally wasn't going to stop. I had my foot on the brake. Finger, foot, you know what I mean? It feels very dark. Why does it feel so dark? It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I suppose it'll get brighter at 9. Where does the line go? It's not in one of these, is it? Okay. That one's just seed. This one here, the one that looks like a lime silo, that'd be it. Duh. Sorry about that. So yeah, I just need to do a little bit of landscaping around the wood chip thing, so we've got our own heating for the farm. That'll all come out of that. Not that it's going to get very cold, but you know, I'll buy some wood chips and keep that topped up. Buy some wood chips or make some wood chips and keep that topped up. Oh, that's quite cool. I like the open doors. Lovely. That's quite a clash of greens, but never mind. I might rethink some of the colours of these at some point. Sorry about my throat. So is this one... That's herbicide. That must be liquid fertilizer on this side then. I'm just reminding myself. Yep, liquid fertilizer there. That one's fuel. What's this one then? Ah, slurry and digestate. Okay. Good. Actually, no, I had meant... Oh, that was done, wasn't it? I had meant to buy the area with the livestock market. Oh, and I was going to say in place a slurry manure purchase points, but you don't need to because it's a gym map. It's already there. Buy straw, grass and hay. Okay. Don't particularly need to. I'd forgotten about that. So you can see we own all of this. I bought the shop because I wanted to place the pig food shop in it, but I couldn't, so I had to place it next to it. But that's essentially, I can buy pig food from the shop. I bought field 4 just because I thought we'd at least start with some of the smaller fields. bought field 10 just because it's right next to the farm, and it's got grass on it, so we've got grass straight away. And I bought field 16 again just because it's close. Field 9's the field you start with, but of course if you watch my first time lapse, that's the one that I just blanketed over and built on. And yeah, so we've got pretty much everything is down here at the main farm. Cows are up here. We've got, if I show soil composition, the new fields that I cut, there's one here, one not quite so square, but I might extend this over actually here. I just thought might as well. This is basically the extent of the cow pasture. It is huge, but it's a really nice cow pasture, and what I love is that when I placed it, it kept the trees inside it. We'll go up there in a minute. Of course, we'll go spread some lime. They are, how are we doing for soil composition actually? So, yeah, so that's fully fertilised and ploughed and limed. That's pretty impressive and rather unusual. 16 and 4 need weeding. Chances are it's probably, I suppose I could get some herbicide on them. What growth stage are they in? Oh, ready to, oh my goodness, they're both ready to harvest. Oh, cripes. Okay, that's progressed on while I've been frankly faffing about getting the farm set up. Okay, better get on then. I do need to put some lighting in the yard actually at some point. You know, I'm gonna cover this and just park it over to the side for now. Nice thing about this, I do like this modded shed with the grass roof. It's really cool. It's lovely inside, tons of space. But I could get this right in this corner. It's got a little workshop right next to our shed. Oh, Mr. Hafizudin, hello. And I managed to place this wash bay right next to it as well, which is quite cool. How you doing, mate? You alright? And then, so I'll get the lime spreader and pick my new favourite tractor, which is this. And part of the update for this was you can now cut all the wheels inside the tracks in this little plate as well. So I could have gone for a different colour, but I went with case red just to keep it all together. And I absolutely love this tractor. Missed. Oh yes, it's a very nice garage. Plenty of room, and it's eco-friendly because it's got a grass roof. If I zoom out, it's even got bushes on the top. Shame it doesn't have a grass texture. Could get up there and mow the grass off it. So here's the side I'll put in. Luckily it fitted nicely in where the original one was, which is quite good. I was going to put another set over next to the bunkers, next to the bunker silo, but didn't need to. So I'll open this up. Take from our fresh line that we just put up and fill it. So yeah, just getting started on this one, I did a couple of time-lapse videos on this one, setting it all up, putting all the buildings, creating a couple of fields, bit of landscaping here and there to tidy it up. That's the yard, and we're going to go up past the cow pasture, which is huge. Oh, I like the little chrome effect handle on the joystick, that's rather cool. Still looking a bit dark, even at 9 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, so there's one of the fields that I cut. Small, but still a reasonable size. Here's the cow pasture. Tied up the grass around the edge. with the trees in it. Looks really good. And here's the other field that I cut. Now it's got quite a decent spread. Yeah, mate, it's got tracks. There are a few of these you can get. This is a new modded one. This particular one you can't normally get with tracks on. But yeah, this one has tracks. There are a few you can get with tracks. This is, I think, now the smallest one that you can get, especially with all four. There used to be some you could have with front wheels, but with rear tracks. There aren't many that have both front and rear tracks. So again, it's sort of just messing. So although it's unrealistic, we'll plant straight into the lime. I wouldn't normally. If I was doing this on Peterville, I'd cultivate it again over first to get that lime in before I put the planter or the seeder on. But whatever. On here, that doesn't matter so much. So I went right up to the edge of my land, as you can see. It's a widespread, it's not that wide. Do you know it's missing patches? No, maybe not. Put a worker on it to get a better line, I think. Looks like I'll have to redo a little bit. Looks like I didn't do that very well to start with. Not very straight. It's not too bad. Okay, but if you're going to miss bits, then we'll just do it. Slightly weirdly, going to reverse. Liming, there we go. Nice. Actually, you know what? I'll go around the edges. At least go along this top edge. We'll have to go fill it up already. And then we'll there we go. Right, can into that. He's probably only going to do one more line anyway. In the meantime, actually, you know what we'll do? We'll take another tractor. There you go, Adam. This one's slightly different. A lot of tractors look more like this. And we'll take this down the store. In a second I'll have to jump back to the other one and refill the lime spreader anyway. But we'll start to head down to the store, get some seed in this, and what we'll also need to do is buy some equipment for harvesting. And I should remind myself what crops I've got. So that's cotton, so let's get a cotton harvester. That's a pretty cool bit of kit, you'll like that. We'll go with the base game one for now. Probably do a lot of cotton on this map. Don't tend not to do cotton elsewhere. Can't really do it on Overcrack, it's too small. I mean, you could do, but that's my small machine farm, so that would be odd. And it's certainly not realistic to do cotton in Scotland. So now then, best options for seed. Let's take a look. 1,000 litres for $900. 2,000 litres for $1,800. So that's the same price. Okay. 2,100 litres for $1,890. That sounds about the same-ish. Which ones did I put in? Fertilizer, lime, big food seed. It's all about the same, the seed. So we'll get one of these. And how many is that? 2,100. I've lost count already. How many did I buy? 5, 6. Oops. Can't remember how big this trailer is, so hopefully it'll fit. Oh, I might have missed the notification. Surely our workers run out of lime by now, so let's just jump back. Yeah, he did. Must have missed the notification. Fair enough. So let's go refill it. Actually, you got further than I thought. I'll be able to finish this off myself. It won't take long. Just do that last bit, and then just along that edge. There's a couple of bits I missed just there. I may as well get it right. I think it's alright, that field. I could probably take it a little bit further across without it becoming too steep. I mean, I wouldn't want to do round bales on it, but you know, I think it looks okay. God, I went for a full load of lime. There we go. You know what, while we're here, let's get down this edge. Probably not that bit though. Here we go. Got plans to remove some of these trees and use this edge for perhaps some static things like a solar plant and greenhouses or something, don't know yet. Oh, that's missed a bit here too. Tidy up a little bit. Hey, Tiny. Yes, it is indeed. Good man, how you doing? Sunday morning I'm farming. That's always good. And yeah, we're finally getting going on the revitalised Nevada dry arid heat, as you say. Just getting my new field I cut lined up. ready to go. Now workers have a little bit of overlap. If I get this just right, can I do this whole thing in one pass? Or is that just a little bit optimistic? No, not quite. Patches won't be quite finished. I just tell you what, that's not bad. We'll look at it on the map. I don't move the wheel over in case it means I miss a bit. We'll look at it on the map and see how it looks momentarily. Here we go. Oh no, wrong one. Good, Tiny. Good to hear. Where am I going? Concentrate, man. Right. Oh, it still reckons it wants me to do the very edge. Allegedly I missed it. That's odd. Oh well. May as well. Not having any green bits. Oh yes, I did look. You can see it from here. That's funny, as I was going up it looked like it was fine. Not missing bits, not on this one. And the expense, because it's free. It's all fine. Right, that's one. Go do the other one. And then go finish getting that seed filled up, and I need to buy myself some harvesters. Wow, that's a late one, Tiny. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for popping in. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, Tiny. Appreciate it. You have a good night. Can leave a good overlap so I don't leave any strips down the edge. See you later, man. Not even going to bother putting a worker on this one. It's just too much of a funny shape. Not to mention it's not that big, so it's not really worth it. No, I missed a bit. That's annoying. Where is it? Where did I miss it? There. Oh yeah, you can see it. So I think, I haven't decided yet. This is a really weird shaped field. I'm going to regret cutting the field this shape, but I want to keep it along the edge of the path and make use of the land. Otherwise it's a whole load of land that you're just not using for anything. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is to do that bit across there, and then just, you know, do this bit this way. Combination of the two should be about right. I'd say I may extend it a bit further across at some point. Oh, we're out, and we'll see how we do. I think the slope gets worse, but not, you know, it's probably not unfarmable. And hey, this isn't realistic. Providing the vehicles don't slide down the hill, it doesn't matter that much, does it? Right, so let's get this filling up. Oh, bit of delay on that. Yeah, you're not through that line, aren't we? Throw a hitch on that. So I might be able to pull the planter back with me. That'd be quite handy. I suppose what I could also do actually is fill up the planter while we're here. So if there's, you know. Oh, that's weird, it didn't take the closest one. I do love this, it's awesome. And this planter, does it take fertilizer as well? Do I need some solid fertilizer? Yes, it does. Okay. Not to have to. Might just be easier to fertilise it. Post-event, these tend to have... I could get the front box as well, couldn't I? This track doesn't have a front 3-point. Cool, that's done. I missed a little spot, I'll catch that in a minute. There's another little spot. Actually, that's easy. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There we go. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to use this for fertilizer or whether I'll use, maybe I'll get a sprayer. So for right now, leave that there. Right, next job. Finish this off. So what fields have we got? I know 4 is cotton, right? Cotton and canola. So I'll need a standard harvester and a cotton harvester. We also have grass in field 10. So I need to think about grass and how I'm going to do that. So that's now lower down the priority list as we've got fields to harvest. So what's the capacity of the tempo? 7,000 litres, right, okay. Don't know how much of that's seed and how much is fertiliser, mind you. So I'll buy some more seed. Okay, and then some fertiliser. 4,032 for 2,100 litres. Yeah, they're all about the same, really. Except that one, which is a lot cheaper. Okay, let's see if that works. That wasn't what I wanted to do just next. Let's fill up the seeder. So you know what, I don't really want to leave my seed out. Not a touch of care, it's not realistic. Dear me. Can't help myself. I remember, I'll change that crop. Oh wow, it doesn't take much seed. Okay. Which must mean it takes loads and loads and loads of fertilizer. Let's hope it works with this. And it does. And it's going to take way more than one. Fill up to finish. Buy another one. Too much to hope it would end up in the same place. That would be too easy. Gonna need 3 of those then. There we go, just about. So while waiting, going to buy one of these for now. I'm not prepared to spend nearly $1 million on a cotton harvester at this point in time. And if I lease one, I'll burn through the money. I'll barely get anything worth out of it. There's our cotton harvester. Let's get another fertilizer bag. I'll come down at some point. We'll figure out what we're going to do about extra. A bit tricky. Ah, okay. My mistake, just to give it time to fold out. This is a very cool machine. I haven't used this one yet. Maybe on a contract. Right. Because if I brought the other tractor down, I could have got the front box, couldn't I? And where's that? Is that under planters? Yes, here. You know what? Let's do that. I wouldn't normally do this on screen, but you know what? This is the fun farm. So, which is which? Oh no, that's the wrong one. Where's our... That's weird. Why can't I see? Is it just because it's hidden? There it is. Yeah. Sure, I'm getting a lot of use out of this. Sorry, I really don't normally reset things on screen, but like I say, this is the fun farm. We can do what we like. It's kind of the point. There's going to be lots of stuff that's going to be a bit weird that I'm going to do on here. May as well get as much of the seed up there as we can. And actually that only takes seed. Okay, well that's fine, because the there's less seed in the thing than there is fertilizer, so that kind of makes sense. And usually, as usually is the case, it'll use more seed than fertilizer. So. It's a shame the pipe doesn't connect up on this one, because I mean, you'd think they're designed to be used together. Anyway, let's take this up. We'll get a worker on it. Get him planting up. Just because we're not realistic, there's no excuse not to indicate appropriately to the road users, both of our size and risk, danger, and the fact that we're turning left. Off now. Right, we go this way to go up to the field. Got it already selected on cotton, so that's good. It's probably bigger than I needed it to be for this field, but I thought we'd go big from the start. Quite a few fields. I'm going to do a round of cotton on every field to start with. Just because if I'm going to buy a cotton harvester, I may as well get the use out of it. We'll do some more cotton later anyway, but I thought for now. My apologies in advance, that's going to be a touch dull perhaps, but it doesn't take long. Okay, so I need to go a little bit further over. On. Right. Awesome, first crop's going in. How are we going down speed-wise? Yeah, seed's going down faster. Okay, that's fine. Oh. So let's mop up the seed that's left into the trailer, and we'll take this back up, put it in the silo for the farm. Can I get to it? Oh, not easy. Can I edge that bad? No, don't worry about that. Just on this to start with. Of course, you'd take the furthest away one first, wouldn't you? Obviously. Done. Keeping the 51 theme going, we've got exactly 15,100 litres in. Ah. Now then, where does our seed go? It's just about a little track through here. Oh, you know, we've already looked and I've already forgotten. Liquid fertilizer and herbicide in there. That was slurry and digestate. I think the seed one's up there. Seeds. somewhere. There we go. Yep. Awesome. How's our worker doing? Missing bits as usual, but fine. We can come tidy up later, but he's doing alright. So that should now be starting to show, yep, cotton. And fertilisation state should be right. Yep. Perfect. Right. Let's get a bit of harvesting done. A little bit of this, I might get going, and I might look actually for a harvest. See if there's a harvest contract available for wheat and barley, because then I can get some for the chickens and get paid for doing it, rather than having to wait until I sow one of my fields. I need some straw, but I could always buy some. Take advantage of the facilities that the map provides. Luckily I haven't got very far to go on the road. But wide and cumbersome. I'm quite surprised this doesn't have beacons, but there you go. It's quite a small field, this. It would be really pointless to buy or lease even probably a harvester, a cotton harvester, to do such a small field of cotton, but that's why, it's not why, but because I'm planting cotton in other fields, it actually is fine. We won't even get a bale out of here. Nice. Oh, it's funny, it looked like I was on a good line, but apparently I wasn't. But never mind. Of course, not only is it a small field, but it's got weeds. So its fertilisation levels like, where are we? Field 4. It's only had one level of fertilisation. Doesn't need ploughing. Actually, that's pretty decent, Jim. Well done. Have I got ploughing switched off? No, okay. That's very decent of you, Jim. It's quite unusual that the fields don't need ploughing from the go. He missed a bit. Not on that. I suppose because that sign's there in that tree. So I'll do this bottom edge. The cotton inside. In a second you'll just see it blowing in, there it is. Right, let's leave into that for a second. So, contracts. Harvesting sunflowers, harvesting canola, harvesting oats, harvesting wheat. Field 12. Oh, I know Field 12. I've done a harvest in Field 12 before. Harvesting the cotton in Field 15. Hey, we could take that on. Harvesting the barley in Field 2 would take forever, but it's a good payout. Let's do Field 12 for now. And I'm going to borrow items, which might seem slightly silly, but you know what? How's our worker doing? Wowzers, we've already got... Is that weeds? Yep, we've already got weeds. Wowzers, well, I wasn't expecting that to happen so quickly. Okay. Storage capacity for herbicide is what? $80,000 litres. Yep, I think a spray is going to be a good idea. Okay. I mean, there's no rush. A long way from being in first growth stage. We've obviously just caught it just at the wrong time. Okay. I'm right, Field 12's this way, right? It's this one, yep. There's quite a lot to do to get this to get set up with all the, you know, having to buy, I suppose, because all the silos are essentially empty. It's just nice to get them, start getting them filled up. Good spot to start, really. That's a good place to start this field. Now I may as well start at the top. It's pretty square, right, so it doesn't make a lot of difference which way we go. I seem to remember I did it across the field last time, which actually would make sense because otherwise you'll lose speed going back uphill, so yeah, let's do that. This is a draper header, right? Yes, I think so. Yes, it is. So if I put it dead on, It'll start rolling down the hill. Oh well, fine. Have it your way. Quick. Quick before it runs away. Don't run away. Hold that up. Unfold the combine. Oh, I can never remember. I think I'd have figured it out by now, wouldn't you? Very little point in having a straw swath. Okay. Don't need that just yet. We'll probably do what I usually do and bring mine into play anyway. How's that? There we go. Cotton harvest is going on fine. A little bit to do there. Right, may as well stop him. Let's get this finished. It's kind of odd the weeds haven't spread any further actually, that's a bit strange. Seasons isn't here yet, so we can't preemptively weed. I mean, if I'm going to spray, it takes the pressure off needing to do it immediately anyway, I suppose. Missed a spot. Going to pull over because if it hits a point where it says you don't have access to this land, then it'll stop seeding. There we go. And as I suspected, yeah, plenty of fertilizer left. How's the field look now? Apart from the weeds, it looks good. Yeah, it's very odd it's not gone any further. Oh well, fine. I'll do this while we're here. All our workers are busy. I think that harvest is about, the cotton harvest is about to finish. Now, do I put cotton back into field 4 while I'm doing my round of cotton? I might do actually. Then we'll figure out what else to do with that field. Yep, so helper C, so oh sorry, helper E. So that'll be the cotton harvest. Curious to see actually how much cotton we get Actually, yes, and if we put cotton back in it, keep it weeded, 2 levels of fertilisation, it'd be interesting to see what kind of difference that makes. Okay, might want to take that tree out. That's going to go down anyway. I want to go across again first. One more line across, I think, maybe even 2 actually, and then we'll go up and down. So obviously he's got a full grain tank. Okay, fine. If you can hear that, that's just the bells of the church over the road. I don't know how loud that is. It feels quite loud to me. I don't know if the microphone will pick it up or not. Alright, one more pass I think. We'll just cut this edge off and then that'll be done. And then go up and down for the rest. Actually, it's not too bad, this field. It's probably one I shall more often than not do myself rather than letting a worker do it. But actually it works quite well. Fills the space, uses the land. Still probably just get this finished off. I think it might be time to call it a day. I'll probably get us up. Ooh, he's going to struggle going up here. He's going to struggle going up here. Come on, you can do it. Got a steep bit. Yeah, and if I make it wider, it's fine. We'll just go across. Oh, rather than up and down. That's odd. Why is it not done that bit? Let's go across and see if that helps. No, for whatever reason I just can't see that bit. Oh, I see it switched off, that's odd. Why is that? Do I press a button without knowing it? Maybe. How peculiar. But yes, I mean if I made the field bigger, then we just go across it all the way, which would remove the challenges of speed going uphill. Isn't too bad. Lovely. So yes, as I was saying, so off screen I'll probably get some of the other silos filled up, so the herbicide, liquid fertilizer, etc. Do all those runs, get some water, and do all that. I'll see how far I get with that contract. I'm not going to say I'll finish it. I probably won't have time to do that, and I'll get us a sprayer set up, sorted out. Have a look to see what we got, and then we'll need to think about getting the grass cut as well on field 10. Oh, and getting a harvester to harvest our canola. Nice thing is, because Jim has made sure that some if not all of the fields are lined, and that all of them are ploughed, that actually I don't really need to do anything for that other field, though I suppose, because it needs, if I put cotton in it, then it's it'll need cultivating first, so I might need to get a cultivator. But other than that, it's ready to go for be replanted if we put cotton in. That's easy. There we go. I'll need to get some, I may as well get some solid fertilizer, probably not a lot, but you know, if I've got some planters and seeders that use fertilizer and seed, it kind of makes sense to get a little bit of solid fertilizer as well as the spray. I'll get some more of that as well. I just was thinking I may as well get this filled up. I'll tidy up the yard as well. It's already starting to look untidy. Can't be doing with that. There we go. Just prove it works. Brilliant. Silo for everything. Well done, Alien Jim. Thank you very much. Looks like we need to put some in the front as well. Just have that ready to rock and roll on the next field. Done. There we go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this first foray into my new Washoe series. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, likes and subscriptions very much appreciated. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye bye for now.